Hello, I'm Cassie. Welcome back to my allotment journey. And today I'm back in the garden, and at the moment it's Dahlia Day. Another Dahlia Day. I know. Is every day a Dahlia Day here? Who knows? But seriously, my dahlias that I potted up in March have been really putting on some growth, and I think it's time to take some cuttings. Let's go and have a look. So into the old greenhouse, and there's quite a lot going on in here actually. Look, look at my bag of first early potatoes. They've gone mad. So yeah, they've really shot up. And then my nemesia has just continued flowering through the whole winter. I think it's time for it to come out now. I was about to move it out, and then we suddenly had a hailstorm. But what we're here for is not to look at nemesia or potatoes, really. Although, look at those lovely little tulips there. Look at those. Those must be planted last year, definitely, because they're in the middle of the chocolate cosmos, which I thought had died and hasn't. Hurrah. Yes, anyway, stop getting distracted, Cassie. Back to dahlias. So, we've got various and varying quality of growth. Plus, I've just noticed we've got something munching. That's not so good. But yes, we've got some excellent growth on some of the tubers. And we've got some prolific growth on some of the tubers. Look at that. I think some of those are on just little odd bits that I put in, thinking, well, they won't hurt. Now, those, well, you might think, why have I put all those pots and things on top of some dahlias? There is only one dahlia left in this tray, and that is because I had forgotten that this part of the greenhouse leaks when it's very rainy, and we've got a massive puddle, and I came in and found it, got in a big panic and lifted out the dahlias that were sat there in the water. Now I can see some of them that I plonked on a tray there, so they're still alive. That's good. Yeah, so they got moved. Lots of growth through here. And then we get little patches of not growth. So bearing in mind these were planted on a couple of different days at least. And also dahlias come up at their own pace. I remember getting worried last year about some that hadn't started to shoot. And then they all did in the end. Although, yeah, I'm wondering also whether something's been eaten. But we shall see. So what I'm going to do with the more prolific ones is take some cuttings off them to start multiple plants. Yeah, because I need more plants, don't I? No comment, please. But yes, I think it's a good thing to do, and I also think it will make some of them slightly easier to plant. So I'm going to take some pots over to the table and start potting them up. So I've selected a few pots that have got multiple shoots on them to do my first load of cuttings, and I have to stress I don't do this as an expert showing you how to do it. I do this as very much a beginner showing you how I'm trying it out. But one thing that really interested me was I just randomly pulled out the ones that I thought looked most promising to take cuttings from, and the first two, two most promising are these. And look at this. American Sunset. You can actually see, yeah, American Sunset, American Sunset. I'm going to now fill up some pots of compost, which you don't need to watch. And then I will start doing some cuttings and see how I get on. Oh my goodness. Like, I came out here in a really sunny morning, and just within a matter of minutes, all set up to do my dahlias. What do I do? The spruce sky over there, I'm just going to hope it's going to ease off, and I'll just do a few dahlias, put them back in the greenhouse and run inside and get a cup of tea. Oh, weather! well, the wind has eased up a little bit. So I'm going to carry on. Yeah, I'm hoping you'll be able to see what I'm doing, and maybe hear too if you're really lucky. So, as I said, complete beginner here, slightly nervous about cutting my lovely dahlias, but I'm going to give it a go. I've just been to get some water because I always forget to get that. I've got a little mini dipper. I've also got some rooting gel. Now, quite a few people I want to say they don't bother. Some say they do. As I've got it anyway, I must have bought it ages ago. Why not use it? I don't think it can hurt. It's for this sort of thing. So let's. I'm going to dip each of the cuttings into this before I put them into soil. Right. Oh, I water the pots first. Oh God, I'm so cack-handed. I'm actually left-handed. Which used to get called cack-handed, but I'm doing this with my right hand because that's what the space dictates at the moment. Right. I think those are nicely watered. Labels. Now, I am running out of labels, and I've still got loads of these wooden spoons. Sit the spoon in. Right, that's in there. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Right, now to the tricky bit. Oh, and one lesson. I am not sure that putting these loopy tags over the neck, the old neck of the dahlia, was a good idea. I think in some ways it has interfered with the shoots, not particularly on these ones, but in some I've had to take them off. Yeah, and it's actually, I can see it squashing on here, so I'm going to cut that and set that dahlia free. So, yeah. So, I have got a nice sharp knife that I was given ages ago. It was a nice gardening knife and hardly ever used, but I've been using it like mad this week. So, yeah, for all sorts of things. Right, let's get... Yeah, this is really in the way. I have to think of another way to label up my tubers next time. Probably just stick something on the pot would be a good idea. Yeah, I'll do that. So what I'm trying to do is get... So that would be... I'm cutting that shoot there. And I want a little bit of the root as well. So, oh, can I get to it? Can I get to it? Oh, I'm so nervous about this. I might get one that's a bit easier to reach first. I think I'm going to leave the big one on and leave it on the tube, because all the tubes I am actually going to plant too. So let's just dig down a little bit. Right, I think I found where that is joined. Oh, there's another one coming through there as well there. Now, some people take some of the tuber off and others just don't. Oh, let's see what we get, eh? Let's see what we get. The knife is quite sharp. Just hope I don't get a bit of finger. Oh. Not sure I actually did get any of the root on that one. Let's stick it in the rooting powder, rooting gel. It probably needs all the help it can get. But as I said, some people do not bother getting some root. So there we go. That was not bothering. Where do I want to put it? In the corner. Now you're supposed to put them in the corner and tuck it in, and that's all there is to it, really. She says. Absolutely terrified. Oh, how do I get to the root? Right, let's try another one. I can see a bit of root here, but there's also more stems. I don't really want to cut them off. Oh, there. I think I got, look, yes, I got a little bit of the tuber there. I don't know if it's going to help. Stick it in the gel, which I should probably put in another pot. Now, actually, I know that some people take some of the leaves off. Which leaves to take off? Oh, I'm going to take off, I'm going to strip off the bottom leaves because it needs to concentrate its energy on forming the roots. That's what I remember now. Oh, I'm going to take off those. God, this is nerve-wracking. Right, that's going in like that again. Right. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to take off leaf. There's other leaves, a little leaf coming through there as well, actually, so don't feel too bad about that. Maybe I'll take those off. Oh, did I? Oh. Oh, this is just so nerve-wracking. Oh, I've broken that one. I've killed it. Oh, I'm going to stick it in anyway. I'm going to stick it in because that might just be like headache. Oh, God. I'm making a complete mess of this. Anyway, you should share your difficulties as well as you. Oh, Cassie, I did watch loads of videos on this. Right. Oh, my God, I'm killing my dahlias. No, the thing is, I'm going to leave at least one thing on each of them, so it will be fine. Right, let's try again. All the videos make it look so much easier than this. I don't like doing this. Right. Definitely take those off. I'm not going to take higher ones off because I'm going to end up killing the damn thing. Into the rooting gel. Stick it in. I haven't used the dibber, have I? That would have been better using the dibber. This is so good to practice on because this has got loads. Loads and loads. Just going to have one more off you because there's loads more coming there. That'll be fine. That stem's in the way, that's the trouble. It's so tricky. Right. Another one. Just take the bottom of these. Right. Well, do you know, if one of those survives, I'm going to be happy. You can go back now. Sorry, I've massacred you. Right. Okay, so that was American Sunset 1, and here is another one. That was quite terrifying. I'm going to carry on. I've got enough to spare. Yeah, because I want to see how these get on, and then I might do some more later. So if I do these now, just a few, and give it a week or so, then I can see whether they like die, or if they live, then I've not got it too bad. So I can see 3 that I'm going to take. 1, 2, 3. A week or so ago, I made an experiment. I started an experiment of taking some cuttings from my dahlias, and it's time to see how those have been getting on. Whew, it's hot in this greenhouse. And it's really vibrant. Let's have a look. Look at all those dahlias. They really are thriving. But I have to say, after my experiment, with that tray aside, I think the pots are doing slightly better, edging ahead slightly than the trays. Well, it was worth experimenting. Now my cuttings are sat here, And they kind of look alive to me, ish. I actually don't think I'm going to take any more cuttings. It was definitely worth the experiment, and I think they'll be okay. But, do you know, I think I've got enough to plant with just these tubers and everything that's growing from them. So let's go now and look at what's happening in my main greenhouse, where most of my seedlings are growing, and it's getting quite full in there. So what have we got in my little palace of joy? Everything, it seems, everything. Goodness me, those are some dahlias from seed there, just inside the doorway. Those are some miscellaneous flowers, unlabelled, ready to go out soon. Some seed snails. What are these? I've got some rocket. What's this? That's some nemesia. And a few other little bits of life coming through, probably needing a bit more water. Giant, humongous, giant onions, which I'm going to take some of them out. Some have already gone out. These are looking like they're not trying hard enough at this end, so they're going out. Skirret, sorry Jenny, hasn't come to anything yet. And now I'm not going to go and put it in the fridge. Cup and saucer vine flower, sticking to its stick, which is very helpful and obliging of it. There's another little one coming there, I think. Yeah, next to it. First of my dwarf beans are coming up, which is super. They'll soon be able to go out. And some more coming up as well, the yin yang ones. Yeah, everything's coming up except I didn't think those blue lake bush beans would come up, and they haven't yet, but may do still. Lots of my original seed snails. Yeah, I keep watering these, but I think they are running out of nutrients, but I mean, they look amazing still, don't they? So I think they're probably going to stay in there till they go out. So there's some cosmos dahlias, snapdragons there. More cosmos up there. Yet more cosmos there that's just started. Cucumbers looking happy and healthy there. Some more mixed flowers there, tucked under the shells, not getting the best light, it has to be said, which is can also be said for my poor little sunflowers. They're going to be thinking in a dark flower, isn't that? They're in sunflowers. Right, what else have we got? Those are my zinnias. Yeah, they're in need of the water, so there's a lot of things in here actually, except for that tomato plant's got a puddle in it. That's not helpful. Give some of your water away. Do you know, it's one thing or another. They're either completely dry or completely soggy. So yes, a tomato jungle. I've already taken about 12, 13 tomato plants over to the allotment to put in the little mini greenhouse there. And hopefully they've had a good first night there. What's this? Birdhouse gourd from Stella. That's getting massive. Keep gooseberries under there. And then I've got my beans, which I only sowed yesterday, which is not worth looking at because they're going to come up by now, unless they're absolutely magic beans. My chilies at the back there, my aubergines, peppers. Yeah, absolutely loads of stuff. Have I missed anything? Another round of sweet peas to top up the ones I've already got there. The later tomatoes, my impulse purchases, they're doing okay. Look at that. 54.6, currently 36.8, and the lowest being 6.2. Yeah, it's getting quite hot in here, isn't it? Ridiculous. Okay, I think I've shown you things very good. Oh, that's my celeriac there, and some chervil. Yeah, loads. And even the seed snails that weren't doing anything are now mostly doing something. Mostly, but not all. So I'm in here every day doing some watering and hopefully trying to identify things that can move out. I think most of the brassicas have gone out. Yeah, I think they're all out. I haven't got any left in here, but I do want to sow some more. I know it sounds mad, but I always lose some brassicas, so I always need to have backups of brassicas. Plus, I've sown or given away, planted out most of them at the townside plot, and I haven't left any for the riverside plot. So yeah, another round of brassica sowing is going to happen. I've got some seeds here. Whoa, yeah, loads of brassicas. Yeah, and my straw flowers. Oh, straw flowers that I need to resow because I really love straw flowers and they did not germinate for me. Very rude. Oh God, I've just got to show you this one. Look at the colour of that cauliflower. It's called a cheddar F1 and you can see why. I did try to sow some purple cauliflower at the allotment a couple of days ago, and carefully, because the packet only contained 8 seeds for a cauliflower, yeah, and carefully poured it out onto a piece of paper on my bench that's got slats with holes and slats with gaps between, and the seeds merrily rolled through the gaps and were never to be seen again. So I've sent for some more and then found I've actually got different sorts of purple cauliflower, but it's the purple ones I want because those worked for me really well a couple of years ago. And I didn't have such luck last year with the ones I've got here. So purple cauliflowers will be hopefully the last seed order of the year. Right, so I'm now going to foolishly try to brave the wind, dodge the seeds being thrown all over the garden, and just quickly run through with you the spare brassicas that I am sowing seeds of today, because some of them are very pretty. So kale, look at that one. Buttonhole, star maker, lovely colour. And that one, peacock white, F1 kale. Looks like something from the sea, doesn't it? And then gotta have the Cavolo Nero Toscana. That did so well for me last year. Don't want to not have any this year. Haven't sown any already. Don't know why. Oh, it's all blowing everywhere. Nothing much to see there. That's the Calabrese Firelap. That comes from Medwin's on Anglesey. Rudolph, purple sprouting. That's still going strong for me now. So that is great. I want some more of that, please. And then just an ordinary Calabrese, this one called Bluefin F1. Bright Lights chard. Haven't sown any chard. I think I kind of meant to sow some broccoli, some brassicas, and just got carried away with tomatoes and stuff. Now there's one of the purple cauliflowers that I don't think did so well, but it could just be the weather and stuff last year. So I might as well sow it, and I'll sow the other ones when they come. So Graffiti F1 purple cauliflowers. Oh, my pen's nearly fallen off. There's a Savoy. I like Savoy. I had some good Savoys last year. Now this is a very old packet. Red cabbage. I don't know why I haven't got any other red cabbage packets, but it's something very dodgy, isn't it? But give it a go, see if they come up, and if not, I'll sow some more. In fact, I've already got some out there. There's another one, the Sicilia Violetto. I think that's like a purple broccoli. Or is it? Who knows? A cabbage, Wheeler's Imperial. They did beautifully for me last year. Really good cabbage. And then after that, lots of stems. A Brussels sprout that I just happen to have. Evesham Special. I've got some Brussels sprouts, but these will go in the other pot. And the purple Brussels sprouts, the Rubine. Give them a go. Then I showed you this earlier. Cheddar cauliflower. Cauliflower cheese all in one. Curly kale, scarlet, or kale. What's this? Very paled out. Oh yeah, I've got 2 Romanesco packets. I like the Romanesco. Never quite got the perfect head yet, so may as well sow 2 types. So I'm just going to sow a few, like 4, say, of each of those, and see how we get on. It's really good to have spares. So I've got my little tray ready, soaking. So I'm going to put the seeds in now and do some labels, etc. You've seen that all before. I just thought I'd share with you what I'm sowing. So thanks for joining me for this quick trip to what's happening in Cassie's garden at the moment. I'll be back at the allotment in no time at all, and posting from there soon. See you soon.